And before I start my presentation, I would like to ask you all a question. Have you ever taken a photo just because you felt something is right? Well, not because you want to show love in your WeChat moments or because you just reached a new city or a new country, but just because that moment struck you. And you feel like, yeah, that should be the moment that I'm recording. That should be in my gallery. Well, even though you might not notice, but I guess there's many of you. And that's also what I'm going to talk about today. So, how photography is deeply connected with our lives and how it plays a very strict role in conveying our feelings. And as you can see, I'm an enthusiast who loves travel photography, and I prefer unique angles, like shooting Warwick Castle through the Guardrail Gap or Big Bang through a rain-fogged bus window, as well as capturing the warm moments of my hometown. But today I won't dwell on those details. Instead, I want to dig deeper into how photography really means to us and how it becomes a carrier of the feelings. So first, let me talk about the connection between photography and life. Many people see photography just as a mere hobby. Well, like this guy speaking up behind my back, which is a bad habit, and you should not do that to your friends, apparently. But what I'm going to talk about today is that it's just simply way more than that. So it's a way of perceiving and engaging with your life. And photography forces us to be present, to slow down from the hustle bustle of our daily life, to notice the details we usually turn ordinary into extraordinary. A ray of light, a fleeting expression, and a subtle change of the atmosphere. All these things we might pass by in a hurry becomes meaningful through the lenses. In other words, photography doesn't just capture our life. It shapes how we see it, and it makes us more sensitive to beauty, more aware of our emotions, and more connected to the whole world around us. When you pick up a camera, we're not just taking a photo. We're making a conscious choice to pay attention to life, to cherish the moments that make us feel alive. Now, let's move on to the core question. How does photography record and spread feelings? So unlike words, which are often limited by language barrier and subjective interpretations, and see, photography is a universal language of emotion. Well, as you can see in this picture, excitement, joy, calm, and nostalgia, these things, these intangible feelings you cannot touch, you cannot hold, can be captured and freeze in a single frame. So when we're taking a photo, we're not just capturing a scene, we're connecting it with our personal experience. We're embedding our emotions with our perceptions into that image. Every choice we make, angle, lighting, composition reflects how we feel at that exact moment. Like, for example, I usually like to take pictures to share my joy. As you can see here, to express it, I would usually use the sun or the deflection of sunlight as symbolisms of my bright feelings. So although my skills are still very immature, as you can see, but you can possibly see that I'm trying to convey a positive feeling and to show things in a positive way. And sometimes these feelings doesn't even have to be anything exact, like what I did with this photo. Well, to be honest, I don't even know why I'm taking a photo of all those air-conditioned outdoor units hanging on some random walls in Hong Kong. But as I can see in my gallery, as I'm scrolling down my phone, when I saw this specific photo, I was still slow down to see it. So I guess the meditation it brings might be its value. Well, confusion is also always a kind of feeling, is it not? And as you can see in all these photos, and hopefully begin to have some of your own thoughts in your mind going on as well, you might understand why I'm just saying that photography is just a powerful tool of conveying all your feelings. A single photo can transcend time and space, allowing people who are not there to have this exact same emotion as the photographer. When I share my photos with others, I'm not just showing them a place or a moment. I'm inviting them to step into my shoes, to experience the feeling I felt when I took that photo. And this is the magic of photography. It creates empathy. It connects people through shared emotion, even if they are not coming from they come from the different part of the world, they speak different language, and even raised with exactly different backgrounds. A photo of warmth can comfort someone who's feeling lonely, and a photo of joy can lift someone's mood. A photo of nostalgia can resonate with anybody who has ever missed a moment or a place. So, as you can see, in this way, photography becomes a bridge that connects individual feelings to collective human experience. It's important to distinguish, though, between taking a picture and capturing a feeling. Many of us get caught up in pursuing the perfect shot. You will do a lot of edits, polish them, and worry about the likes and comments as you picture them in the WeChat moments. But you forgot about the original intention of it. The true value of photography is not its perfection, but its authenticity. A blurry photo, a slightly off-centered camera composition, or simply a scene that carries your authentic feeling can be just way more powerful than a professionally polished picture. So, because the purpose of photography is never to show off, it's never to brag yourself about your Louis Vuitton with your luxurious trip. It's about conveying your feelings. It's about the authenticity. It's about the things you feel and how you would convey them through your skills to the others. Photography is like a time capsule for our emotion, a way to hold onto the moments that shape us and a way to share those moments with people we care about, well, even with strangers like me and most of you today. And so the next time you pick up a camera or your phone, well, in this case, it's like the remote control I'm having now. Remember to take a deep breath. Slow down and no worries. And follow it by your heart. Well, keep it whether it's flawless or not, because that's the moment that genuinely matters. What? You're saying your camera or your phone run out of storage? That's another story. We'll keep it for next time. And thank you for listening.